Welcome again. Today we will learn about this continuity equation or equation of continuity. So let us start with the principle of conservation of the charge, which states that electric charge may not be created or destroyed. So let us assume we have a arbitrary volume V, bounded by a surface S. So volume we have considered a arbitrary volume V bounded by a surface S. This is assumption. So total charge here is on this surface, total charge enclosed is capital Q. Now we know that this by using the principle of conservation of the charge, if the current is leaving this surface, then there will be decrease in the charge. Okay, charge will be decreased in proportion. If the current flow inwards, then proportionally there will be increase in the charge. So the current leaving the region is the total outward flux of the current density vector through the surface S. Okay, so current is related with the charge density. Current leaving the region, we are assuming this current is leaving the surface. Okay, so the total outward flux of the current density vector through the surface is equal to the current. So we can write that for the closed surface, I is equal to J dot ds. Now by using this conservation of the charge, we can also write I is also equal to, it implies that, so if the current is flowing outward, so there will be decrease in the charge Q. So the decrease of this charge is given by dq by dt. So minus sign is showing here the decrease. So that will be equal to what? J dot ds. Now we can change this by using the divergence theorem. We know that divergence theorem states that, so I'm writing here divergence theorem. Divergence theorem states that the volume integral of divergence of any vector field or any vector is equal to closed surface integral of that vector. So this is the divergence theorem. For detail, you can see my previous videos. This is the divergence theorem. Okay, so in place of this term, integration closed surface integral j dot ds, we can write this term. So it implies that I'm writing this term, right hand side term first. So volume integral del dot j dv, okay, is equal to what? So d by dt. So this charge is enclosed in a volume v. So this charge is equal to charge density. So okay, we have written this q is equal to what? Q is equal to this term. Okay, this is q. Now we can take this d by dt inside of this volume integral. Okay, this is also volume integral. V is here. Okay, because this charge is enclosed in a volume. So we can take this, this left hand side will be no change in the left hand side. So we can write here minus of Now this rho, the charge density may be a function of time as well as a position. So this d by dt is converted into the curl by curl t. So curl rho, okay, and this is the volume material del dot j dv. Okay, now this volume integral is holding for all the values of the volumes, not for this volume. So we can cancel out this volume both sides. If it is holding for the all the values, so we can cancel out. So we can write here del dot j is equal to minus curl rho by curl t. So this equation is continuity equation. Okay, divergence of this current density is equal to rate of change of the charge density. Okay, negative is if there is a decrease in this, so current will increase. If there is increase in this, current will, or vice versa. Okay, so now unit will be ampere per meter cube. Ampere per meter cube. So if this rate of change of the charge density is 0, then this term comes out to be, so I'm writing here del dot j is equal to 0 when rate of change of this equal to 0. Okay, for that case this is equal to 0. Now we can say that for that particular case this current density is divergenceless, or we can say this is solenoidal. Divergenceless fields also called as solenoidal. Now this equation del dot j is equal to 0 can also be written as, by using again the divergence theorem, can also be written as j dot ds, total outward flux in the surface, closed surface S, is equal to 0, and total outward flux, or you can say total current, is equal to 0, and alternating form of this will be summation j ij is equal to 0. So what is this? This is Kirchhoff's law. This is Kirchhoff's law. Kirchhoff's current law. Okay. So it states that algebraic sum of all the current passing through or flowing through out of the junction or out of a node in an electric circuit is 0. Okay, summation of this all the currents flowing towards the node, particular node, or away from the node is 0. Okay, algebraic sum, whether it is flowing towards the node or outward node, algebraic sum of all the currents will be equal to 0. Now here we are also going to prove that by using this equation, the continuity equation, we are going to prove that if we put a charge inside a conductor, it will redistribute that charge on the surface. Okay, let us say if we have a conductor, hollow conductor, if you put a charge here, okay, small q charge, so after a fraction of a second it will be distributed on the surface. If this is a hollow conductor, you put a charge here, in a fraction of a second it will be distributed. So this inside a conductor, we can say that inside a conductor rho is equal to 0. That's why electric field inside a conductor is 0. Okay, all the charge exists on the surface of the conductor. So we are going to prove that by using this continuity equation. Okay, so now the continuity equation is del dot J is equal to minus curl rho by curl T, and we know that this J is equal to sigma E. This current density is related with the electric field. So put the value here, put the value of J. So we can say that del dot sigma E is equal to minus curl rho by curl T. It implies that now if this sigma is fixed, sigma is constant, okay, if it is independent of the space variation, so we can take it out of this del, and it can be written as the sigma del dot E is equal to curl rho by curl T. So my negative is also there. Okay. Now we know that from this Gauss law, del dot E is equal to rho by epsilon. Okay. Del dot E is equal. This is the Gauss law in the differential form or point form. So put this value here. Put the value of del dot E from this equation. So after putting the value, it implies that sigma rho by epsilon is equal to minus curl rho by curl T. So it can be written as curl rho by curl T plus sigma epsilon rho is equal to 0. So this is a simple equation, and the solution of this equation will be given by solution will be the value of rho. So value of rho will be rho naught e raised power minus sigma epsilon t. This is the solution. This is the solution of this particular equation, because this equation will give you the value of rho. So value of rho is equal to rho naught e power minus sigma epsilon t. So again, consider the problem, reconsider the problem which we have considered. We have a hollow conductor. This is a hollow conductor. If you put a charge here, some amount of charge, okay, so if this charge having some charge density, so let us write a charge density here rho. Okay, we put a charge here having the charge density rho. So this charge density will decrease. Okay, so for a particular this time, if this time is, let us say the time is like that, epsilon by sigma, the time is, you put the value here, that will be e raised power minus 1. So that particular time, this rho is equal to rho, so it will be reduced 30.8% at this tau time, epsilon by sigma. Just put the value of t, epsilon at time tau, epsilon by sigma, so that will be cancelled out, so you will get this. So this rho will be reduced to what? This is initial value, it will be reduced to 36.8% of its initial value, and this time is called as a relaxation time. And for a good conductor, let us say I am assuming that the copper, for copper, sigma is equal to what? Sigma is equal to 5.8 into 10 to the power 7 Siemens per meter. Okay, this is the value of sigma for the copper, and we know that this epsilon, if we are assuming the free space, epsilon is equal to epsilon naught is equal to 8.85 into 10 power minus 12 farad per meter. If you put this value, so tau is approximately equal to, for these for the copper and for the free space, this tau is equal to 1.52 into 10 power minus 19 second. So in this 1.52 into, this is a very small time, 1.52 into 10 power minus 19 second. This, the value of the charge density will be reduced to 36.8% of the its initial value. So we can say that in the fraction of second, this charge will be distributed on the surface, will move and will be distributed on the surface of the conductor. Okay, so inside a conductor, always rho is equal to 0 and electric field, that's why electric field is equal to 0 by using this Gauss law. If the rho is equal to 0, then electric field will be equal to 0. So we say that this charge inside you put a charge inside a conductor, it will be redistributed on the surface. Okay, so this is the proof of that, we can say that. Now for this is for the copper. If you calculate it for the this any insulator or the electric medium, so relaxation time would not be infinite, but it is in hours or days. For insulators, I'm not going to find out. For insulators, it is in hours, okay, or few days. So that's all for today. Thank you.